But the fifth guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Yeah.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Move with the homie, cuz.
Caught here by
Oh,
Bell.
my gosh. He got lucky.
All the way up to the 49. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 44 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Bell, who? Oh.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon
across
Bell.
midfield and into Bear territory.
Okay.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Hold on, what happened?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
I need an interception somewhere. Okay.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
What?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mahomes firing complete.
Oh, he does play that way. I forgot about that. That's my
Down to
fault.
the 9.
That's on me.
That one nearly 30 yards,
I
29
haven't played the Chiefs in a
officially.
while.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route,
Right.
drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Bell. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Touchdown,
Oh, wow.
Chiefs.
So that's how he plays in Mahomes.
Well, this was a
Dislocated
pass
shoulder.
all the way,
Yeah.
but he just kept buying
He didn't
time,
even
didn't he? He
call
was
for the
kind of
ball.
like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't
Like
go
I
to the
said,
outside toward the
Kimmy.
pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7.
The patience to what? Oh. Didn't you have that stretch forward?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. First down, a run with Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 25-yard line. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Miller.
Oh, you said I want the righty? Wow, Christian Kirk.
A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Miller. And he's taken down. Chiefs sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go for his progressions, find some way to get rid of the football before he knew he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Muscles him off. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Sorry, sit down.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st down, Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes over the middle, complete. That's Stevenson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mighty disrespectful.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throw left side, complete. It's Bell.
Playing these old Chiefs,
this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him.
Travel around the 30.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches.
Oh,
we just saw that
good.
on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback.
Hey, hang on to the ball, Christian Kirk, like the number one receiver.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach,
what questions you answer?
standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slapped. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year.
Hey, I threw a sleeve on now, Eric.
Push further out in front.
Nice
job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in the rain.
Hold the strict
intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
He got hurt. He hurt his shoulder. You don't know the guy. You don't know. Linebacker can be 95. It can be 72. You know, you really don't know.
Not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope.
Guys, I got special plans for you.
I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Line of scrimmage again. The 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
That quarterback shoulder. Warm the shoulder up.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen.
Yeah, so the gaps.
He works it past
the gaps you got to run through gonna be virgin tight.
The Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
The gaps gonna be closed.
This is an example breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting
better whip out some crosses, some deep crosses,
forcing the secondary guys to make a lot of tackles.
They run. This is Cohen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd and 1.
Bottom.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. from
Hey, man, you saw me,
17
bro.
yards out. As the Bears
When too much talking,
and
when it was time. Hey, man,
Coach
let's
talked
line it
about
up.
those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team
Last
on the
night, I
field
didn't
now
even
as
say
they will
nothing
send this
initially.
one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Huh?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points.
Matter of fact, not even normally. In that game, we picked that very same route.
And go to the locker room. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
No, he caught that.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll field this at the 5. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, are you talking about our game? Yeah.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 14.
Oh, snap. My tackle just looked at dude.
And down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Like he just left him. That's crazy.
In there for sack number
Bro, you saw that? Like, no. His back was turned and he just... Alright, that's it.
On the all-time
Yeah,
list.
that's crazy. Alright.
Damn, I missed it. I'm going to have to rewind it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Lockett. 91 yards as the Bears push further out in front. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
He does the weirdest
The Chiefs
things sometimes.
offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half.
That's who number 4 is.
They were
Juju
down at the
Smith-Schuster.
half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Mahomes now on first down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Oh, my God, Landry. Let me come up and pick that.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And I can't even hit on you, play,
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Now Mahomes.
You're on the same play.
Got his man complete over the middle.
That's Bell.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Mahomes now on first down. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
No, I was trying to him to throw it to
on first down, Bell. And
exactly.
running here down the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3. They'll go again with Bell. And this carry down is productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes being chased out left.
He don't come with the ball,
bro.
bro.
Touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. This is Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. Miller
now to throw on third down. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
Got it. Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
That's a tight end.
Yeah.
This is Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Mike 58 right there. Hey, orbit. Go.
Here's Miller throwing on 3rd and long. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Under 10.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
91. Let's go. X3. Snap.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Right?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick-6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick-6, and they in decent field position and throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a passage taken in by Hill. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Break him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
What? And then it made me do that.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. On first down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Bell. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch the curl.
Now Miller, off play action. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's terrible.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield.
And
somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line.
What should I do, man?
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave it right there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Hello? No. Oh, he did that on his own, man. So you told me he was going to the bathroom. Yes, it is. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I just noticed one of my linemen got a hidden development trait. Yeah, he didn't have that before though. Hold on. Oh, he's a rookie. On my left tackle. I wonder if he is at this. What? Bro, I didn't notice that. Well, I noticed it now. Step chart. Make a move. Well, it's gonna get spooky for a lot of y'all when I make my pick. Bro, cause oh god, bro, I promise you my first overall pick is about to be a lineman, but now that that's situated, look at him. Thank you for believing in me. I appreciate you. Alright. Yeah.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.
I can keep my trading up. I don't care.
People in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails.
Hey, mama.
My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve. Right before I leave, press that like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves. That's why you treat me like too good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had like, we just ride, make a joke, everybody laughs. You know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny. Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
I'm ready when you are.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs and hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part. Like them LeBron. Rings of the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me.
I'm searching.
Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart. I give it all I got.
Oh yeah.
Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they.
I did.
They taking notice, taking notice, taking notice.
But you know what? Yeah, I forgot he was, and I kept wondering, like, man, who's this Trent Jones? Trent. Don't let me put him in there. Give him some development out there, Joe. We good. What's crazy is he's played 200-something plays already, so I probably can at least get him to a star. And then he's a better.
Looks like it's going to be a pretty
the left tackle. I knew
it.
Left tackle is 73. Center is 75. Center was 82.
Here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's like me drafting a 73 overall hidden development in the first round. I'll take it. Now it gets spooky. Because what oh what, man, what can I draft? I think I'm going to strengthen my strength.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Oh, it's raining.
Operating from the gun. Newman. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Oh, you got enough Griffin?
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the
I thought there was no hand out there. I was like, what?
This young quarterback.
Okay.
And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
second down, here's Mixon. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Well, he got tipped here.
Looking to throw on second down. Newman.
Ew, he did behind him. Come on, baby.
Picked off at the 28. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on, long way to go in this one.
On second down, here's Fournette. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence, huh?
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Here we go. 57's to Mike. Watch 57.
On third down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And out of bounds, just shy of the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Hey, check Mike 6. Watch the screen.
Off the play fake. Newman.
He's
going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Josh Allen. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Christopher Jones.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10.
Oh, hang on to it. Catch it off his stomach.
That'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Newman. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Josh Allen in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now Leonard Fournette. He's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
33 coming down here.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
There he is.
Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. To throw on 2nd down, Newman. Pressure and a Jaguar sack. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Oh.
Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. It almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Yeah, that's 97.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Ross on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
I heard him.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On second down now, Mixon, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
He snuck through because I thought he was blocked.
First down, just 1
Came
yard
from
there.
behind him. Good play.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw. Newman. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Uh-oh.
Throwing on first down. Newman.
Oh, he didn't throw?
He's taken down for
No,
a
you
sack.
gotta let the ball
Back
out
at
your
the
hand.
47-yard line. Josh Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Joe Mixon, and he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Newman going for Metcalf on the deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Good position, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll run with Penny. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout.
You have to. Yeah, yes, you are going to play.
Second quarter, facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone. They need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now here's Ross. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. He's able to find Wallace. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Fournette, a first down carry. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Newman going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
This is brought in at the 21. Skirts by him at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Oh, he got some giddy.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Squeeze. You got tight.
They'll run it again with 4 now.
Yep,
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He loses
he brings
4,
home with him.
and it brings up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Yeah, like you can't get a block.
Right there, out of bounds at the 2.
Yeah, you good. Actually, he did do good. Yeah, that's exactly it. but when he's in there though, bro, he does. I remember I had him for fantasy, especially his rookie year, bro. He was going off. I'm done. Good. Good. You know who calling? You know the Steelers will be there. Hey, we heard you. We heard we are not scared to stack up at that position at all. Fournette's out there. Oh man, I think it'd be good for our program. Hey Ash, you don't even have to carry the ball as much. Oh shoot, he said hold on. There we go. He is though. He's a solid running back. What?
2-yard line. At their own 2-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Jeez.
They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming.
I had
Backed
no
up in the
intention of
shadow of
looking
their
for
own
a
goal
receiver.
line. You know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his
After that
arm was
first
going
read.
forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin
really
their
want
next
to trade
drive.
myself to
These
the
guys had to
Cam
punt
Newton.
last time.
Really
It
bad.
has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline
They
because
traded
that drives
him.
you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more.
I do want us to get Cam
Good
Newton because
penetration
I'm
here.
not
He'll
convinced
get
that
this
this
down
ball is all
a
the way
little
there.
about the 49-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
My man had Tommy John, bro. Get him out of there. Oh no. Tommy John. I feel better than everything. Alright, man. God.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And
Uh-huh.
quick throw here, that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth
Ooh,
down.
what you stop playing? Stop playing. No, I don't care.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, Charlie.
Cam Newton right there.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
But I think it's an NFL rule that they can't sign him unless he does the physical. And you can't do a physical. The facility shut down.
1 score
Team
down.
doctor.
Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
It's kind of just stuck in limbo. They will not let me move.
On fourth down, Lawrence.
Oh my God.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Going deep downfield for Ross. And look at this.
what
They
about
get the
that?
turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off there to 32. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later? Who would that be? Everyone, Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Again, it's Fournette. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side.
Oh.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Six guys. Check 6 guys.
Fournette on the counter. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Hey, he playing 2K19.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Don't be going to that pass, bro.
Njoku, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Hey, honestly, they got through. Low key.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
You had him too.
And he's going to be taken down.
Sack
him back at the
33-yard
line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4.
The Mars, the most coolest light-skinned group ever.
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon.
I haven't been able to get any open lanes to really.
They widen their lead.
Really utilize
that long run. Maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
90 coach strand.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards.
You didn't get Kenny Clark.
He's taken down back shy of the 20.
Okay. Mama.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Again, it's Mixon. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17.
Oh, that part, I was like, boy, you better ease up.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Mama, what you talking about? Is that what it is? She getting bigger too, Ash.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm
Nah,
being facetious
you over here
here,
trying
but you
to
get
catch
points, you feel
these
a little bit better about
cougars
yourself
up. That's what
as
you're
you
trying to
move
do.
on to the next one.
He'll have a first down past the 40.
And
he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's checking. Crash. Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly.
Whoa!
He's got it at the 15.
Whoa!
Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good.
I tell you what, Jalen Johnson had no interest in sticking to where his principal side was.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still.
Bro, no one moved.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. On first down, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick, and that
he just had no interest in it. And Derwin had no interest in entertaining
so
the
this one
company.
in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this
one,
today's defense, and what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time.
What contract did you sign him to?
But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Bengals,
Yo, man, them stories sometime on Facebook and Instagram are the devil. Man, I kid you not, there's a chick, there's a